The fate of vegetable exporters hang on the strings as their business position will be determined in 3 weeks by an European delegation. The head of the ministerial task force set up to monitor and address issues in the vegetable export system is confident that regulators have implemented a number of measures to ensure the ban is overturned, and that will bring to you an AM Business. But in the main news, the Ghana Police Service is set to deploy newly recruited police officers to various parts of the country, especially to the Upper West region, where over 600 police officers were said to have been transferred. Speaking on Pulse with Gifty and Rapia on Tuesday, the Director General of the Public Affairs for the Ghana Police Service, ACP David Eklu, also said officers who have turned down such postings to rural areas are being sanctioned as deterrent to others. His assurance follows concerns raised by security implications for non-placement or replacement of the transferred officers from the Upper West region.
Currently, we have over 3,000 police recruits who have passed out as fresh constables, and by next week, some of them will be on their way to beef up the strength in the three northern regions, especially Upper West region, where we seem to be recording robberies. Preparations are always almost far advanced, and from next week, from Monday, movement should start towards Upper East region and other regions for the fresh constables who are going, and also we are also evacuating those who are pending transfer to the regions to go and beef up the strength. So we hope that within the coming weeks, the situation should improve. Already, disciplinary action has been taken. I know about one person, and then the rest who have not, they have been notices have been served to them and prepare them, and then the vehicles are procured. At least we are able to put some of our transfer trucks on the road and they'll be moving. If they don't, there are administrative sanctions against such a police officer.
What usually will they suffer? What kind of sanction will be brought against them?
Immediately your salary will be stopped and you'll be tried departmentally for refusing to proceed on transfer. And it could lead to other forms of punishment, reduction in rank, reprimand. There are a wide range of punishment that we have under the police service regulation.
The youth of Yenahin in the area, and we have to also look at families of police officers stationed at Aveime in the North Tong district of the Volta region are demanding that officers be transferred from the community following several threats on their lives by indigents. According to the wives of these police officers, they continue to endure verbal abuse and threats by indigents who believe a police officer was responsible for the death of a commercial motor rider in the area. There's more in this report by correspondent Fred Kwame.
On the 11th of August, Okada riders and indigents massed up as the premises of the Aveime police station and embarked on a violence demonstration, threatening to deal with police officers in the area following the death of a commercial motor rider in an accident. The action was instigated by a report by a local radio station, Clenham FM, that the rider met his untimely death whilst being pursued by a police Navara pickup. This is said to have outraged indigents of Bato, Aveime and other neighboring communities who already had harbored hatred for the police for confiscating their unregistered motorbikes and then decided to attack the station. 18 of the motorbikes held at the station are said to have been taken away by the peeved indigents, while the windscreen of a police Navara pickup and other properties of the police were vandalized. The Volta Regional Police Commander ACP Asima Hene spoke to JoyNews about the incident.
They will bury the deceased first Friday or Saturday. So tomorrow and Wednesday I will visit the place myself to go and meet the community leaders, talk to them. Well, I empathize with them. The community member is dead. And when they are going to bury, obviously some will take advantage, go and quaff some alcohol and try to misbehave. My plea to them is that they should law abide them. It's unfortunate that the person might have died. But what can we do? The full-scale investigation is ongoing. If it comes out that a policeman was involved, we are culpable, whoever is involved, we will deal with him.
On the back of this development, indigents continue to threaten officers and their families. One of the officers who resides outside the barracks had his pigs slaughtered and families almost beaten, if not for the intervention of his landlord. This has brought anxiety to the families who believe the only remedy for the situation is a transfer from the area, adding they believe they have overstayed their welcome, with some stationed at Aveime for over 19 years.
I want transfer, I want the police here to go far. Because if they go to Volta region, that day when the thing happened, so a couple people were here. Matthew Kuman say, oh, all of them. So I want them to go far so that another people can.
Their children have since stopped attending vacation classes for the fear of them being attacked, while some have been threatened sexually. However, ACP Asimahene promised to look into the transfer request, and where need be, the officers will be transferred. Nevertheless, information gathered indicates the indigents are planning to attack the Aveime police station again on Friday, which is the burial day of the deceased. But the Aveime chief, Togbe Yaka, promised to speak to his subjects to desist from embarking on such acts and appeal to the police to also exercise restraint when dealing with the commercial motor riders.
Another story is take advantage of government flagship programs for future development as you begin service to the nation, especially in rural Ghana. And that's encouragement to newly posted national service persons from Deputy Executive Director of the Scheme, Finance and Administration. And Gifty Ifeowari Abuaje says personnel in remote areas are better placed to benefit from industrialization and agricultural initiatives. She was speaking at a capacity building workshop in Kumasi.
National service postings have been bedeviled with refusal of service personnel to accept remote areas. Personnel have had to troop to various centers to have their designated duty posts changed. Housing, utility and general lack of opportunity for absorption after service are some of the concerns. Madam Owari Abuaje believes a rollout of government's initiatives offers options for service personnel.
Opportunities in the rural areas, for instance, the free SHS projects, the 1-to-1 factory projects, the issues of planting for food and jobs. There are so many opportunities in the rural areas. And you see, now Ghana is open. We no more have typical rural areas. So it's about going there, venturing it, understanding your talent and your personality. And before you know, you are kept there forever.
Skills development and vision for growth are central in the training. Emmanuel S. Kenadai is Programs Manager of Facilitation Agency, Africa Internship Academy.
Basically, what we do is that we bring students, we prepare them for the various field of work. Today, we are here in Kumasi for the NSS Capacity Building Workshop to train the national service personnel to get ready for their work, their various user agencies. So we started this whole process from Wa, Tamale, Boga, Sunyani, and now we are in Kumasi. The main reason why we are here this morning is to be able to let them understand the basis of what they will do at the various user agencies. So we are here this morning to teach them how to send emails, proposal writing, how to build your CV, how to attend an interviews before they go out to go and do their work in September.
Reporting for JoyNews, Kwesi Deborah.
The Soil Research Institute of the CSIR is warning of the increasing loss of agricultural arable land to poor soil management practices. According to the director, Dr. Joseph Opoku-Fenin, over 50% of Ghana's fertile land could not support plant growth as a result. Kwesi Debra now reports.
Iron pan is formed when minerals sift through the soil during the rainy season. The pans are drawn back to the surface in the dry season to form sheets of rock just below the topsoil. This prevents penetration of water and roots of trees, thus exposing the surface to erosion, leaving large land areas bare. It is estimated about half of Ghana's total land area is presently susceptible to iron pan formation, a situation likely to affect food production in the future.
Most places we have this problem. And it's a very serious thing because unfortunately for us, our soils have that tendency. So if you don't manage it well, because currently the work that we've done indicate that about close to 45% of our soils have the tendency to become like this. And if we don't manage it well, when it gets to this stage, there's very little we can do because it's so hard. But it is, from the time we did the work till now, I believe there has been additions. Because everywhere you go, people are degrading. People don't care. People scoop the sand, they don't care. People build anywhere, they don't care. People are doing anything at all to advance, and it is very, very critical. I believe by now we are around 50 or 55%. And what makes it serious is that our farmers, these are the land that they are using for cropping. So it's all over the place. You go to some places, you can tell from the vegetation that you don't even need to dig. You can tell when you travel from here, when you're going to Ejura, from before Mampong, you see forest, but now you go there now, there's no forest at Mampong going. The whole place is grassland. You know, the vegetation tells you that our soils are getting bad each day, and they are getting bad. And if we don't take serious attention, and then we think that, oh, the soil is there, time will come, we won't have the resources.
Madam Apj is impressed about the Institute's facility and innovation.
If I had not been here, I wouldn't have known that Atonsu in my constituency is suffering from what? Iron pan. I have seen it, and I was always wondering why we have that type of soil over there. But now, I'm well educated.
Reporting for JoyNews, Kwesi Debra.
And it should be possible in the next few weeks for guests who lodge into the country's hotels to provide feedback to the Ghana Tourism Authority about their stay. The electronic platform, which will be available as a mobile phone application, would also provide a means for hotel managers to pay their tourism levy. The single window platform, developed in collaboration with SGS, was launched by the Minister of Tourism, Arts and Culture, Catherine Apeku, in Accra Tuesday, noting if fully implemented, the initiative will totally change the face of tourism in Ghana. Nancy Amafa Jeradosi has more.
Business Development Manager of SGS, Francis Gavo, at the launch noted that the company aims at helping Ghana excel in the area of standardization and hospitality in the tourism industry.
The key role for SGS on this project is basically putting up first of all, setting up the National Single Window, which is an IT-based tool, which comes in various models. So you're going to have the licensing and regulation model, which is going to help the sector industry players to be able to apply for their license online. There will not be the need for them to be able to move to GTA to be able to do this activity. In terms of license renewal and all these things, is going to be done online. Then one other key thing which is very dear to Ghana Tourism Authority's heart is trying to bring a technology that will enable them enhance the collection of the tourism levy 1%. So under that, what we're basically going to do is to deploy nationally. We're going to deploy sales devices that is going to be given to all the hospitality sectors. So what we envisage is that at the end of the day, GTA nationwide should be able to tell how much levy has been collected.
Minister of Tourism, Arts and Culture, Catherine Apeku, who lauded the initiative, stated that the window will enhance transparency, which will make Ghana the preferred destination for tourism, arts and culture in Africa.
Company, reputed, has the opportunity to work with the tourism sector to improve on our service delivery using automative services, especially when you go to hotels. How we collect our levy is quite a challenge. The operators will have to physically go to a bank to deposit what they will claim to be what they have collected in a year. Our government is losing out on revenue. So once you automate these processes, every time a guest checks in, that 1% of the tourism levy will be automatically collected, and at the end of the month it will be automatically deposited in government coffers. They will be doing training, capacity building, and also they will have the monitoring and evaluation component of this technology, because if a client comes into a hotel and they have a platform that they can write, I didn't get towels, service was bad, it automatically come into GTA and they will be able to pinpoint that this hotel did not deliver the service as required, and they will be not punitive measures, but they will have an opportunity to work on improving the service. So technology will play a very pivotal role, and that's what they're very good at. We want to send the message that Ghana is the preferred destination for tourism, hospitality, but you have to put things right.
The event also witnessed the inauguration of the core and project feasibility teams. The two teams are expected to, within 8 weeks, come out with a full report that will rank the various hotels across the country, as well as those operating without a license.
And that's it for the latest news update we have.